1.
Hello, hello. We are back with Terra Nullius going into our next part here. So, I think we start with blackness, as we've started with previously. And I think the first thing that we see is we see Yi and Grett laid out bloody and like in like bandages and things on some beds, 2 beds next to each other. We kind of look, the camera pans around the room and we see like it looks like a small stone chamber. There's like one window, and you know, there's I think it's night at this point. It's kind of like the sun is setting. Yi, well, so both of you roll a d4 to see how long it takes you guys to wake up, and we'll see who wakes up first.
Either Grett or we wake up at the same time.
Oh, yeah.
So, Grett.
Yeah.
You wake up, and you see Clement standing over you.
No!
So...
Wait. I forget who Clement is.
He's the leader of the monks that were on the ship. So he's like standing over you praying. He's wearing...
Get me out of there, Grett!
Yeah, he's wearing like a brown robe, and yeah, he's like holding his cross and like praying, closing his eyes are closed, and he's kind of like praying over you, quietly in Latin.
Do I know what he's saying?
Do you speak Celestial?
No.
So you do not.
I speak Elven and Orc for some reason.
So you speak Chinese, and I don't actually know what the orcs speak in this world. I don't think we've ever come across that
I
before.
don't know why I picked the languages I did, but I speak Draconic, Common, Elven, and Orc.
All right. Man, now I'm curious about Grett's past.
I am too, now that I think about it.
I'm kind of interested in the fact that we haven't got a whole lot from him so far, but yeah. So
I expected him to die.
yeah, exactly. He's praying in Latin over you. So what do? He doesn't seem to notice that you woken up.
How did you get here? That's not. Where am I?
Yeah.
Do I know it? Do I know I'm in the place?
I mean, you can assume, right? It's not a far leap to assume you're in the monastery. Yeah, he looks at you and he kind of squints his eyes and says, "You are in Santa Maria della Sola, a monastery of the church. I'm sorry, do I know you?"
I don't know you. Well, how did you get here? Did you come on the boat?
I'm confused as to the question. I don't believe we've had the pleasure.
Grett's gonna get very confused. Like, wait, what year is it?
He says, "It is the year 1492." Of course.
That's the year we left, right? This is the same year, right? I'm like, okay.
December 1492. It was it was like July of 1492 when you guys went through the portal.
So we skipped a few months. For sure.
Or you went back a couple months.
But
It says July, he says December now, so
He
says
it is January.
It is December in the year of our Lord 1492.
Wait, do I know where he came from beforehand?
They were at they were in Rome, on a pilgrimage.
Weren't you on a pilgrimage in Rome earlier?
I'm sorry, I've not had the pleasure of going to a pilgrimage in the holy city for quite some time.
I am very confused. You must forgive me. I know your face, but it was a few months ago I saw it. I can't think of a better way he'd say it.
Yeah. You sound very strange. Anyway.
Your name is Clement, right?
Yes, it is. Our monastery is quite remote. I'm surprised. I've never seen you in the church or in the monastery before. Were you a visitor? I'm trying to remember if there were any visitors of note in the past months.
I
The weather
don't even know.
rather bad.
I think Grett is just legitimately confused and he doesn't know what to do from here because I don't know really where we are right now.
Yeah, so he kind of like. Okay, so Jordan in chat wrote, "I know your face. T-shirt, please." Yeah, I want a chibi version of like Grett laying in bed and just being like pointing up at this guy and saying, "I know your face." So yeah, he kind of like, I think he grabs like a wet cloth like that's nearby on like the bed or next to the bed, and he kind of like wets your forehead, and he says, "I believe the wound is maybe taken it out of you. You may have suffered some head injuries. Your memories may be jumbled. May I ask, if it's not too intrusive, why you are here? What brings you to the monastery? We found you bleeding in the woods, along with your friend here." And his eyes seem to linger on Yi, like, and he seems like very, like, he has like this weird, like I don't even know what to think of this woman look.
I am not sure what happened. Last I know, it was July, and I was on a boat with you, and now I'm here, and I don't know why.
I think it is time for you to rest again. Your mind is obviously confused.
Something is definitely confusing.
I'm sorry for your trauma here, or your confusion. I will continue to pray, and hopefully God will clear your mind.
Is this like a parallel world or something?
That's what I'm wondering, but I don't know if Grett would know that. I don't know if Grett knows about parallel worlds.
I don't think parallel world theory has developed yet. I mean, it's true.
No. Did you see what Jordan wrote in the chat?
No.
Oh my
I was really
God.
confused how you're laughing so much at that.
Jordan wrote in the chat, I have that look when I look at most women.
What look?
I don't know.
I don't know what he's referring to.
With the delay, I'm not quite sure, but...
Let us know what you're referring to, Jordan. Yeah, so you guys are resting there. So I guess he kind of like leaves you, I guess, for a little while, and to get some rest. Do you like fall back asleep? What do you do?
I might look. Am I still like okay? Metagamey. Do I have 1 hit point?
Yeah.
Okay. Okay. I think what I'll do. Yeah, I said how the monk dude looked at Yi.
Oh yeah. I don't know what to do with this woman. That's what I said about the look.
I don't know what to do with it.
Yeah. Oh, okay. I guess that sounded weird. I guess. Okay. I think I might cast some healing magic, just because I might as well. I'm about to take a long rest from the sounds of it. Yeah, give me a second. Things are falling down over here. I have.
What language are you speaking when you do your magic? Is it like Draconic?
Probably just common, I'd imagine.
Okay. Yeah, I'm just curious. Yeah. So you're just speaking in German, basically. Sprechen Sie Deutsch?
So German is common.
Well, I mean, so common is the way we've kind of established these in here is like common basically means like German, Spanish, English, and French. It's like different dialects of that base common.
I think I'm going to cast Prayer of Healing. Healing both me and Yi.
Okay, well, Yi automatically wakes up then.
Yeah, but just to get everything.
Sure.
And
Okay, so does Prayer of Healing like give me hit points, or does it?
Let me double check.
Oh,
I
yeah.
don't have.
Seems to, yeah.
No, I don't have note cards for this. Up to 6 creatures of your choice that you can see within range. Each regain hit points equal to 2d8 plus your spellcasting ability modifier.
What level spell is it?
2nd level spell.
So then we'd also gain an additional 4.
So 16 hit points each. So you're both at 17 now, I guess. Or I guess if you
And
use
I'm
16,
awake.
but because you didn't have 1 hit point before, so.
Yeah.
Okay, so I guess I startle awake.
Mm-hmm.
And
Oh, good.
look around. Is Clement still
No,
in the
no
room?
one's no. He left.
Okay, so I what do you say when you wake up? I guess I'll just wait for that.
Grett, where are we?
I think that is a very pertinent question. Because I have no clue what is going on.
Do I have any of my stuff with me?
No.
Wait, do I have not?
Do I have my shoes on still?
Yeah, I mean, I don't think they took your shoes off, but
Okay.
you don't have any of the
Do
other.
I have
your other stuff.
my breastplate on still?
No, they took that off.
They took all of our stuff. You did this to us again. Dang it.
But like, it was a matter of like, where are they gonna like? They're just gonna like throw your mace on your chest while you're sleeping, right? So
Yeah.
you don't see it around you
guess.
immediately, but yeah,
Something has happened.
you have your regular clothes, but yeah.
So I'm like fully clothed and everything. Like,
Apparently, it is December, which makes sense given the fact that it is snowing outside.
I kind of just like ignore Grett at this point, and I want to try and like
Fair.
leave the room and see what's happening and stealth around.
Before she was, that's the only thing. Clement is here,
What?
but it gets stranger because he doesn't know who we are. And I don't know what is going on.
Okay, well, I need to find my things. So I like want to stealth out of the room.
Okay, sure. I'll drag you to this map.
I can't actually. I probably can't. No, I still can't stealth. I still have a -1 to my dex.
I was about to say, just because you went unconscious and now we're back conscious doesn't mean you're good at stealth now.
Well, no, I was like, I don't have disadvantage since my heavy armor's gone, but I still have a -1 to dex.
Yeah, it's still bad.
It's not as bad, but bad is still bad.
Still bad. Oh, there's lots of beds in there.
Yep.
Okay. I'm trying to go out that door. Is that the door? Or is that a window?
That's a window. This is a door right here.
Okay, yeah, I want to go stealth through the door. Like,
Sure.
peek out and see if there's anybody there.
Yeah, you don't see anyone. You see this corridor. Yeah.
Are all of those doors?
Except
So
for
many doors.
so only the little bluish things are not doors. Those are windows.
Yeah,
But
those
any
are
of the white
windows.
things are,
Okay.
are doors.
Okay, I want to... Are they closed or are any of them open?
They're all closed.
All closed.
Yep.
Okay.
So you want to roll a stealth check as you're kind of going through this.
16. Ooh, not super great. Okay, so I want to go to this door and like kind of put my ear to it and see if I hear anything.
You hear some snoring.
Okay, I want to creak the door open and look inside.
Okay, yeah. It's another room with beds in it, and you see a couple of monks just like kind of in rest. One of them is snoring. And I think like you just catch, so right here is like a chair, and there's a monk in it who's like reading, but he hasn't noticed you.
Okay, I want to just like sneak back out. Because was it one of the monks that was on the boat? Would I have been able to tell with a quick look or no?
Yeah, want to make a perception check?
Sure.
Oh yeah, for sure. You recognize all of them. They're all monks that were on the boat.
Oh, okay. So in that case, then I'll stay in the room and I can't take myself back in the room.
Yeah, sorry. Yeah, it's a setting that I have on where you can't drag yourself over. Yeah, I got it. Greg,
and
what
I
are you
guess
doing? You just like chilling in the other room?
I have no clue what is going on. I am
Yeah.
staying.
Sure. What are you doing, you then?
I just go, I recognize you from the boat. Where are my things?
My child, I see that you're awake. And so he's like staring at you like kind of, he's like almost like afraid of you. He's like,
As he should be.
yeah, you're like, this is how I'd want people to respond to me. But yeah, he kind of like closes his book quickly and like kind of like looks at like the other monk
What's
that's
the
like
book?
sleeping next to him.
Is it the book on inner peace?
I mean, I don't think you can see the title from
Is
where
it
you
the
are.
kissing book?
No, he's
Well,
not like.
I'm guessing they've probably already banned that.
Yeah. But yeah, he looks up at you and he says, should I get Clement? Do you require anything?
My belongings. Did I have anything with me?
Yes, you had a few items of note. You will have to speak with Clement. I'm not aware of where they were set. Of course,
Okay, well,
set aside for
where is he?
safekeeping. I believe that you can find Clement, and he kind of like looks again at like one of the monks that's like laying next to him, and he just like gets up and like swallows and like goes over to you, and he kind of like opens the door. He's like, let's, and like he kind of like walks out.
Okay, I'll follow him warily.
Right. So he just wants to like get out of the room because they're like sleeping.
Yeah.
And stuff. So he says, I can take you to him. Where is your companion? And he's still like just kind of like staring at you, like he's barely holding back like his fight or flight instinct.
He's back in the room.
All right. And then he like assumed that you were gonna say like I'll go get him or anything, but when you don't, he just like this way and then just yeah, and he leads you down this way to that door and then takes you through. This is like the entranceway you can see, and the doors below you right there are like to the outside, so it's like big double doors, I guess those are just windows actually. So he actually has to take you this way. He needs to take you around this way, and there's doors there. So he takes you here, and there's a bunch of pillars along this like corridor here, and there's like big double doors leading into some main antechamber in here. So he leads you in, and you see Clement and a couple of other like monks, and they're like speaking to each other. They're kind of like in the corner over there, by that big pillar. And the monk like just kind of like gestures at Clement, and then like literally as almost as if he's running but not quite, just like books it back.
As he's leaving,
Mhm.
I want to like try and grab his arm,
Okay, yeah, you can do that.
and I just go thanks, and then like let him go.
Of course. And then he just books it. Yeah, so like one of the monks, like his eyes widen and he looks at you and he like points, and Clement like turns around and he says, hello. I see you're awake.
Clement, why are you being so weird?
I see that your companion told you my name.
I know your name. We've met before.
So you're as confused as your companion. I'm sorry to inform you,
Do
but
you not remember you tried to tell me about some guy? Was his name Jones?
I don't.
You were gonna try and tell me a story, and then I didn't want to hear it, so I left. But
Do you mean the story of Job?
no, that's not it. Jones?
Do you mean the story of Jonah?
Oh, maybe that one.
I don't believe
We were on a
that
boat together.
I have not
I
been in a
think you-
boat in several years.
I think you're probably the one with the brain problem here.
I'm sorry. What is your name?
Really? You don't remember me?
What is your name,
I'm-
woman?
Okay, where's my
Oh.
stuff, man?
Come with me to my study.
Is that where my stuff is?
Yes. And
Okay.
there's a conversation I would wish to have with you.
Oh my gosh.
Yeah, so he kind of, let's see here, so he takes you to this room over here.
Oh, whoa.
Yeah.
I-
It's this room right here. So.
Okay.
So this is his study and stuff. So he has like books and on bookshelves and like a desk and chairs and all that stuff. And he kind of like sits down and I assume you're just kind of like standing in the room.
Yeah.
Yeah. He says, "Did you tell him your name?"
No.
Okay. Yeah. He says, "Please let us not be strangers. What is your name?"
What is your
You
quest?
know mine. It's only fair.
And I just like try and like really honestly be like, I was not trying to be unfair. I just really, you should know who I am.
So your
My
friend
name is-
seems to say, but I
My name
have
is
never met
Yi.
you before. Yi?
Ye.
Well, Yi.
Should I go through the story of how we met?
If you wish, maybe it will jog something in the memory.
Okay.
He
so
seems
I
very
kind of-
skeptical about that, but
I go through how
sure.
we had the bow and he was trying to get back to here. And then we got attacked by the thing. And then,
so he stops you
Ah.
there and he says, "The storm attacked you?
yeah.
Please
I
describe
tried
it to me."
it was like this water thing and it was swirling around and it like kind of destroyed the boat. And I can't remember. I think I might have tried to stab at it, but then it didn't really seem to work.
Yeah, so he
She's just
kind of
stabbing
like
at the
he grabs a
water.
big Bible and starts like flipping through it, and he like ends up in like Exodus, and he's like, "Interesting. It seems similar to the way you describe this. It seems similar to the pillar of fire that the Lord used to guide the Israelites.
Okay, well, it wasn't fire.
Of course, it seems to me that this may be a sign from God. Was
Look,
there a
Look,
sin
Clement,
committed on
look,
the boat?
okay. Can I just finish my story before you
Of
try and
course.
analyze
I
it?
apologize.
Okay, so then after that happened, then our captain was kind of gone, and I was kind of over it. And I had found this thing. Do you have my bag that I had?
Yes.
Okay,
And
so
he like opens like a chest that's like apparently like behind his desk over there with a little key and like opens it, and he hands you your like so what did you have?
I think most of it was just
Like thieves tools and things?
well, everything would have been in the bag except for my
Oh
breastplate.
right. Okay, yeah. Sure. Yeah, I guess he wouldn't have really touched it at all. So yeah, he grabs the bag. It's just like a bag, and he just hands it to you, and he says, "Your friend's things are here as well," and kind of like puts a mace and like some like the armor and stuff that he had like in the corner behind his desk over here, and he kind of like just like sets it up on his desk. You can take it to him if you wish. I see that he's a cleric of some renown, a priest of the Lord.
Yeah, think Dragonborn Jesus or something. That guy.
What?
I don't know. I don't let him talk about it very much.
Do you mean the
okay,
Hebrew word?
continuing on this story. Okay, so then we didn't have a captain. I was kind of over it. So then I was like, hey guys, let's go. And then you were like chasing us. And so I locked us into a room, and then I like pull out the what is it called? The Well of Many Worlds.
Yeah.
And then I was like,
You pull it out of
then
the
I
bag?
had this thing, yeah, and then I like set it on the ground, and then we jumped through, and now we're here.
So you don't open it up though, right? Like you just like set it down, or do you open it up?
No, I open it up.
Okay.
Oh my gosh.
Well, hold on. Has it been 8 hours?
It hasn't been 8
No, it
hours. Yeah.
hasn't.
So it's just okay. All right. Yeah. So it's just the cloth.
Because
like,
my
light up.
plan is then I kind of like mimic me jumping through, but it doesn't work and I'm a little confused.
Yeah.
Because I was like, this would be a good escape right
So
now.
yeah. So what he does is he stands up and he says, "I am sorry, Yi. I believe there's something wrong here. You seem to be confused. Very confused. I think that I'm going to have to insist that you stay here. We have medics, we have healers, and I will be in constant prayer for you two, but it does seem that your minds are very broken. None of the things that you are saying are making any sense.
Okay.
And I don't want to have you hurt yourself or others by sending you out into the world again."
Okay. So.
And so I think he like comes around like the desk and he like goes to grab the cloth that's on the ground.
And I'm like, no.
Okay, like you're both holding
And
it now.
Yeah, and I'm like,
Yi.
that's fine if I'm not allowed to leave, but I'm keeping my things.
Make a persuasion check.
Oh no. Would it be deception because I'm lying and it's not okay that I can't leave?
I think it's persuasion in this instance.
No. Okay.
Yeah, because you're trying to convince him to let you do something.
Okay.
Oh no!
Oh no.
Oh, wow.
Yeah. So I think what he does is suddenly so I'm gonna roll a strength check for him. He's gonna try to like disarm you basically, like in terms of like just like doing like a
strength checks.
like a yeah, he's gonna do like a grapple move to like get you away from it so he can grab it from you. So let me roll this.
Ooh.
Oh wow. Phew.
Oh
Okay,
no.
wait. So it's a strength check.
Yep. It's athletics.
I have to get a natural 20. Okay.
Could she make it a dex to dodge out of the way?
I don't think so in this case. It's a matter of like
No, 'cause he's already
strength.
grabbing onto
Yeah.
it.
Because she's trying to hold. Yeah, she's trying to hold on to it, not get out of the way. So.
Okay.
Oh, frick.
Yeah.
So
So,
if
he like knocks you to the ground and like grabs the cloth and like
Okay. so
throws
he
it
has
back in the
cloth.
chest.
I want to grab my bag.
Okay. Yeah, I think he goes for that too.
But in this case, could I make like some sort of dex because I'm trying to get
Yep,
there
I'm fine
faster
with
than him?
I think it's opposing
So-
like dex. Yeah, I think.
Dex saves or like dex checks?
Dex
or
check.
what?
Yeah.
Dex check.
Oh no!
Oh my gosh.
Well, he only
Five.
got a 5 though.
So
Yep.
better, so better than this.
So you grab your bag. Yeah. So
And,
he
I
stares you down.
just kind of run off.
Right.
And
I think we like the camera stays with him, and as soon as you like run out of the door, he just like like he was like holding in like terror, like he was not about that situation at all. Yeah. So where do you run?
I run back to the room that Grett should be in.
Okay.
And I tell him Clement does not believe us at all. He thinks we're insane. He wants to keep us here and have people cast healing spells on our minds. You need to get your stuff from his study and we need to leave.
Can I
And
roll
that's
like
when you hear the of the lock of the door.
That's fine.
Yeah.
Can I
have
roll,
my
like-
bag.
Yeah.
an intelligence, like something to get an idea of what happened, maybe?
What do you mean?
Trying to. Okay, what would I roll to try and into? Because let's say I've probably been sitting in there thinking about what exactly is going on.
So what do you want to like be able to figure out in particular?
if where we are, what happened. I just want to try and think of through something I could roll.
Yeah, I'm trying to think. Roll Arcana, I guess.
Yeah, not a clue.
No, yeah, you have no idea. So I think so. What? Yeah, what's the conversation between you two? What are you gonna do? Like,
Was there a window in his study?
Yeah.
Okay, so we're locked in now,
Yep.
right? Okay, so I'm like, okay, are the windows like? Would I just break it open?
yeah, it's like a big stained
it
glass
not?
window. Yeah.
Cool. So I just kind of go. So your stuff is in his study. I think they just tried to lock us in. But I mean, I can just like go in through the window and walk along the walls if you want your stuff.
That would be appreciated, yeah.
Okay. So I just walk over to the window and I guess I can like, I'd grab like, what's in a burglar's pack?
It's probably a crowbar, right?
There's a crowbar and a hammer.
Yeah.
So I think I just grab the hammer out and I
Just
go,
like, smash the window.
yeah. And I put it back in my bag and I like keep the bag, try to like.
Yeah,
keep
so I
it
think
as
you hear
close
from
on
the
me as possible.
you hear from the door like, what was that? And then like the door like is unlocked and then is opening.
I want to be like out the window.
Okay, yeah. So like I think we see Yi like go around along the side of the window, and then Grett like Clement walks in with like a couple of other like monks, and he says, "Where is Yi? Did she jump?" And like one of the monks like just like runs over to the window.
I want to just be like making my way to the study as
Sure.
fast as possible. To get
Yeah,
Grett's
so
stuff.
basically, right, like it's around here. So now you're outside, you can kind of see.
Oh, there we go.
what the
I
looks like.
want to try to stall them.
Sure.
Okay, so would I just like be able to continue to move like this way?
Mm-hmm.
Right there.
So what are you gonna say to stall them?
So they look out like, is she okay? Do you see her? Is she safe?
Yeah, and the monk like shakes his head. I don't see anything. How did the window break? Did she break it? Where is she?
She jumped through it.
There's no way she could have survived that fall.
Okay,
I
so
don't
then
understand.
I get my hammer out and break the window in the study.
Right.
Are you sure you can't see her?
So make a stealth check at disadvantage. Are you trying to be stealthy about this at all?
Not really.
Okay, yeah. So I think Clement just like turns and he hears that the window is broken in the other room, and he says, and then like runs back.
I mean, I'm trying to do it quickly.
Okay, so let's roll. Let's see, like dex checks again.
The problem is all my stuff is really heavy.
Yep.
It's all gonna go in the bag of holding.
Good point.
Well, it's very difficult to get. I don't even know if it's possible for you to get lower than that. So.
No, it wouldn't have. Yeah, I couldn't get lower than it anyway.
Yeah, so you get in there, and I think like so now you're obviously gonna like open the chest, right?
Yeah, if that's like where.
Yeah, that's.
Well, did he put the stuff back in there after I left? Because Grett's stuff was out.
Oh, he didn't put Grett's stuff back in there. He basically So I don't actually think you see the chest right away in there.
Okay.
So you're in there, right? And you don't see where the chest is. You see Grett's stuff on the table, but that's what you see. What do you do?
Yeah.
Actually,
so...
I think I know what I want to do.
Mm-hmm.
As he's beginning to run away, I'm going to use thaumaturgy to make the ground shake.
Okay. Right, so suddenly
Nice.
there's like an earthquake. So yeah, we see. I think we cut over to like the room where the monks were sleeping, and like they all like wake up and like, oh, what's happening? Oh! And, like falling off their beds and things. Yeah. So the monks that are in the room with you, like look, and so this thing you've just like spoken magic words and done a thing, right? Like,
Yeah.
so they're looking at you like, what have you done? What is going on?
That wasn't me. I was just praying for the safety of my friend.
It's a miracle. what is happening? And then, yeah, like, we cut back and Clement is, like, stumbling into the room. What were you going to do, Yi?
I was going to try and get Grett's mace into my bag and then look for the chest.
Okay, you can get Grett's mace into your bag and then make an investigation check.
Was it just my mace?
I'm not going to take the time for your armor at this point. Like, I can get your mace right now.
I can't even get my armor at this point.
Right, that's the thing. I don't find the chest.
No, you definitely don't. So Clement walks in, and he says, "Get back, fey creature."
And I
he,
go,
like, holds up his
okay.
cross.
And then I run out the window.
And I think, well, so
he says, "Get back! I'm leaving."
Yeah, and he like rushes to the window, I guess. And I guess he looks and he sees you walking on the wall. Is that what you're doing? Where you go?
I'm trying to think if at that point I would go back to Grett or if I would go above the window.
Right, that's what I'm
Because
wondering.
I don't think he'd look up. So.
And if he does.
Yeah, so I like go out the window and then I like walk above the window.
Okay, make a stealth check.
22.
Nope. Okay. So yeah, we see the classic scene, right, where he looks out and he's like, "Where did she go?" And then we pan up and we see that you're right above. But yeah, he just like witchcraft, and then like goes back inside. So I think at that point we cut to Saori.
Oh boy.
Finally.
So we've seen, right, like the ocean water come in and drown her again. And then what we see is we see her opening her eyes on a familiar shore, actually. And like coughing up water. Right? We see her laying on the beach. And Saori, yeah, you just cough up water and suddenly you're like on a strange beach. It's really warm out, it's like really hot. What do you do?
I'm on the beach, coughing up. I want to look around, see if I see my ship.
Okay, make a perception check.
Like, gosh dang it! I told you to bring me back to my ship. Perception, 22.
Yeah, so you kind of like look around, get your bearings a little bit, and you look down like this coastline, and you recognize it. It's like the Italian coastline. You look down and you see an island, off the coast, with a castle thing on it, and you see your ship, kind of like, docked outside the island, like just kind of next to it.
Where in relation to where I am?
Yeah, so it's like you're standing on this beach, right, and then it's to your right down the coast. You see this island off the coast to your right, and then your ship is like kind of out near that.
Okay, I want to run towards it.
You just started running down the beach?
Yeah.
Okay, yeah, sure. So we see you kind of get to like where you're directly perpendicular from the island, and you see, right, like you see some people from your ship like going in a rowboat over to the island that has the monastery on it. And you kind of like look up a little bit. You're trying to like get your bearings, and you see a bridge that's like spans from the mainland to the island. And it's like above you. You have to like climb up some hills or find a pass or something like that to get up there.
So I'm sorry. So where am I in relation to like where I want to be? Yeah.
So you're standing on this coastline, on this beach, and directly across from you, like straight out to the ocean, is the island. And so we've seen it before with a sandbar that's connecting it to the mainland, but the sandbar doesn't exist in this version that you're seeing. You see, kind of like look up to your right, and there's a bridge like above you, and like there's like cliffs and things like behind you that you could probably climb up and get to the top, and then go over a bridge to get to the island where the monastery is. And you see a rowboat.
And the ship is over by the monastery.
Yeah, it's kind of like out in the ocean next to it, next to the island.
Okay, I want to try to climb up to get to the bridge.
Okay, yeah, make an athletics check. Those things that you did awesome with the dragon.
16.
Yeah, yep. I think you climb up that no problem. So we just see Saori kind of like climbing up this cliff. You're just like sweating and like wiping your brow, and then you kind of like make your way over the bridge, I guess.
Yeah.
Okay.
I mean, I have no fear. Like, I
Right,
have no
yeah.
reason to like think that like anybody's like out here or anything. I'm just like, my shit.
Yeah, exactly. So you make your way across the bridge, and I think it's right about that time where you kind of look below and you see like on the like the shoreline of the island, you see a rowboat with some familiar monks and your first mate, Klaus. And they're like getting out of this rowboat, getting onto the island.
How high up am I from them?
I'd say about like 50 feet, maybe.
Really? That high?
Mm-hmm.
Okay, I want to jump down to them.
Okay. Do you want to be all cool monk-like and jump down? All right. Sounds good. Let's roll 5d6 and see how that goes.
Take no damage.
Yep, so you're totally fine. We just see you slow fall to the ground. And they kind of like roll into the sand, and Klaus like stares at you. Saori? Wait.
How close were Klaus and I? Like, how many months did I know him?
I mean, not that many months. Like, it hasn't been that long. He's reasonably trustworthy. Like, he hasn't done anything yet to like betray your trust or anything.
I think I go up to him and I give him a hug.
Okay, yeah. So he seems we kind of get the shot, or he's just like kind of like confused. Like he doesn't hug you back right away. He's just like, "What is? All right, hi, Saori." And he kind of like
Klaus,
pushes.
I'm back. I came back.
Yeah, he pushes you out by your shoulders, right, and like kind of like is holding your shoulders and looking at you, and he says, "You, what do you mean you came back? You were dead, Saori."
I don't know. A kaiju saved me.
You just said a word that I don't understand.
It's a legendary monster that my mother taught me about when I was little.
Right. And then you know what? Because so Clement and the other monks are like behind him, right? Like, and they've been like staring at you and like wondering. They're kind of like muttering to themselves. And I think Clement steps up at that point, and she says, she says, I thought as much. You are a Jonah, aren't you?
I don't know what that means, but you know what? Where is it? Where's Yi and Grett and Gregor?
Yeah.
Where's the rest of the crew?
And yeah, I think Klaus kind of like looks down, like they disappeared. And Clement says, like kind of like interrupting Klaus, and he says, they drowned. Another storm came up, and they unfortunately were blown overboard. It was a tragic occasion for all.
What a little liar.
And Klaus like kind of like looks at him for a second, and then he like nods slowly, and he's like, yes.
Can I roll insight?
Of course, yeah.
What a turd bag.
Ah, dang it.
Yeah, so this is where Saori's innocence comes into play, right?
Wait,
she just believes.
Rolling deception against it, right?
I suppose. Let's see here.
No.
Yeah.
Give him a +5. Holy crap.
I mean, have you seen Clement do anything yet? So, yeah. So, if there's one thing evil Clement would be good at, it's lying. So, yeah, Sarah, your friends are all dead.
I think I just press against my forehead and say, my sacrifice wasn't enough for them.
Yeah, and I think Clement nods very like solemnly, and he says, Your sacrifice was incredibly noble, and I do believe that it did spare the righteous members of the crew.
Oh, wow. He is a turd blossom.
Oh no. Saori goes right up to him, grabs his cloak, and goes, "Say that again."
Yeah. He looks at you and he says, "Don't pretend that you weren't aware of the elf Yi's crimes. She was a thief."
She punches him.
Okay, so do you punch him? Yeah, okay, I was about to say, do you unarmed strike him is the question.
Oh yeah, 6 damage. Take it.
Okay, yeah, so you just slam him across the face. He crumples to the ground. He's like holding his face, like bleeding. And Klaus like comes up to you and like grabs you. He's like, "What are you doing?"
You ignorant
Yeah.
a-hole.
Yeah.
You have no idea what Yi was like. I saw her save a person. Yes, for money. Yes, okay, whatever. You did it.
That's the best description of you. I saw her save a person.
Yeah,
Yes,
it was for money.
For money, but still.
I've seen her be selfless. Unlike you, who was, from what I saw, didn't do jack squat when we were getting attacked by a sea monster.
And Klaus is like, "Sorry, Saori, please, don't."
No, don't take his side. I don't care. I don't care what money you will give me for this voyage. I almost died because of this voyage.
Do you think it's my fault, Saori?
Do not speak ill of the dead.
Very well. I apologize. And he kind of like stands to his feet and like dusts off his robes. He says, "Well, it seems that this is where we part ways."
Yes.
"I would offer you refreshment in the monastery, but
I've had enough."
And he like just nods. He's like, "I thought as much."
You can pay my first mate here and we'll go. Good day, sir.
Yeah. So Klaus like kind of just like stares at you and he's like, What has gotten into you, Saori? What happened to you?"
Klaus, a lot of things happened to me.
I rode a dragon.
I don't.
He says,
I wish it were me that were dead and not Yi and Grett and Gregor.
Yeah, he kind of like nods. "It is a tragedy, yes. I am, for one, I'm glad that you were alive."
Well, thank you.
Well, and Clement like looks at Klaus and says like, "Well, the riches of the monastery await. Are you going to come with me?" And Klaus kind of like looks back at you, Saori, and he says, "Are you sure you don't want to come? I've heard that Santa Maria della Sola is beautiful this time of year."
I prefer to go back to my ship.
"All right. I'll be back soon."
And she's like not looking at the monk. Like she's just kind of like looking down at the
Yeah.
sand, like just rubbing her forehead about the fact that like
Sure.
her friends are dead and like.
Yeah.
You know.
Yeah. So Klaus goes with Clement up to the monastery. So, Yi, what do you do after you trick Clement?
Does it sound like he stays in his study?
No, he goes back out like the door.
I want to go back in and find the chest.
Okay, yeah. So it's gonna take you a little while because you failed the first investigation.
Yeah.
But yeah, you can go ahead and roll it again, and this will be kind of like a more thorough investigation.
Okay. Hopefully it'll be more thorough. 20.
Yeah. Okay. So you do a pretty thorough search, and I think like we cut away and we see Clement like go back into the room where Grett is and like grab like the front of your clothes, Grett, and say, "Where is she?"
I don't know.
Because I literally don't know where she is.
Right, exactly. Yeah, he
I
says,
don't know.
That fairy, that creature.
Fairy? She's Chinese. That's racist.
I don't actually say that.
Okay. I was wondering.
Wait, she's human though, isn't it? Wait, what
No,
is
she's-
she?
she's
I'm
an
an
elf.
elf.
Oh, you're an elf. Okay, I forgot about that. Okay. It's like, a fairy? She is no fairy.
I have never seen anyone who looks like that. That is the stories of paganism.
You've never seen an elf before?
Have you, Grett?
Oh yeah, they're everywhere. They're all over China. I learned about them a lot there.
Because I speak Elven.
Right, yeah. He says,
I say something in Chinese after that. I'll say, 我的帽子是很漂亮, which means my hat is very pretty.
Yeah, so his eyes widen and he says, sorcery, witchcraft. You live among pagans, Grett? I thought you were a brother of the Lord.
I do not understand.
Do you take part in their orgies and their trysts as well?
The Chinese are very nice people. I do not understand.
Kind of like lets you go. And he says, he does not leave this room to like the other monks and then like leaves.
Do you not like Chinese people?
So Yi, you finish exploring the room. Chest is not there.
It's not there, period.
Mm-mm.
Are there any like hidden doors?
I think you do find one. You find like a hidden compartment and you open it up and it's empty. It looks about the same size as the chest like could have fit in here, but
I like put my hand in and wave it around. Is it really empty?
yeah, it's really empty.
I go ahead and put Grett's armor in my bag.
Okay.
And head back out the window. Make my way towards the window from our room.
Okay, yeah. So we see Grett in the room. What is Grett doing while like he's being watched by these monks?
I just probably like asking because like, so why do you not like Chinese people?
And
Why
and,
do you?
Yeah, no. The guy looks at you and he says, "I have met a person from the Orient before. They do not look like that."
Yeah, they do.
You are going to need more healing than we thought, Brother Grett. And hopefully that healing can also include spiritual healing and bringing back into a right relationship with God. None of this pagan witchcraft.
We're not in Terra Nullius anymore.
We're in
the
Earth.
real world.
That's what I figured after a
Yeah.
certain point.
So do you do not have?
I'm trying to think of how Grett would think about this, because like all of this, the stuff he thinks of as normal, like he doesn't know like what would not be normal in this.
Okay, so
I didn't even think about the fact that they're all humans.
Mhm.
yeah, I want to peek in the window, and do I see that there's monks in there with
Yeah.
him? And can I tell that they're not Clement?
Yeah, they're not Clement.
Okay, I want to like try and go around different windows to find Clement.
Okay, sure. So you just like do a circle around the.
Yeah.
Okay, cool. I think what happens is you get to these windows over here. There's big stained glass windows right at the top of the map.
Oops.
Over here. and you look in and you see. I'll just put your door in there so you can kind of see what it looks like. You see, that large chamber that you were in before.
Mm-hmm.
And you see Clement walking down the stairs that are right there with a chest in his hand. He's like, you just barely see him like walk, like go out of your view down the stairs as you like.
Well, shoot, I get my hammer out.
So you just get your hammer out and just slam your hammer into this giant stained glass window. So this is like the most beautiful, exquisite stained glass window you've ever seen in your life.
I don't think she cares.
I'm just saying.
I mean, like they made it once, they can make it again.
Sure. Yeah. Did you just smash it?
Yeah. I want the dramatic effect too.
Yeah. You just break through it, right? Like,
Ye should never visit an art gallery.
Well, I would just steal everything.
So
this can fit my bag of holding. This
yeah.
can fit my bag.
I think what we see is a couple monks like were coming in from like the other door like behind him, and they like see you break through the window, and they like rush to like grab you and like stop you from like going down.
Following him.
From following him, yeah.
I mean,
you want to make opposed dexterity checks?
Yeah, dexterity / would I just be able to outrun them if we're both like there on the ground? I don't know.
Well, you pretty much are going to outrun them. They got a 3.
Dexterity check.
Yeah, you don't even bother rolling because they got a 3. So.
I mean, I'm just gonna roll anyway, just to see.
Sure.
18.
Yeah, so you book it down the stairs. They're like chasing after you and like yelling at you, like stop, witch, fake creature, and then like trying to like grab you, right?
Okay, do I hear this happening?
You hear a commotion in the distance, yeah.
Did they take my gauntlets of ogre power?
Yes, I think they did.
Dang it.
Yi has them in her bag right now.
Dang it, I need to get to Yi. Give me a second. What is my strength without my gauntlets? 12. I'm contemplating running after her because I can't do much on my own, but I also don't want to die.
I mean, it's not like they're gonna stab you or anything.
That's true, but they're monks. Are they like monks or just like people monks?
These are earth monks.
I think when I hear the commotion, I am going to cast
spells.
I think I might cast. How many of them are in the room with me?
2.
2? Okay, is this a... I might just try to push... no, I can't push past them. I have like 12 strength. Do I try pushing past them or do I attack the helpless monks? I think I would probably try and just push past them.
Okay, sure. Make a athletics check.
This is going to be -3.
And so they're going to roll with advantage because there's 2 of them to oppose you with their strength. So one with roll is a 4, and then if this is better, then we'll take that one. So it's an 11. So you still beat them. So
yeah,
you managed
so
to
I'm gonna
push past them. Yeah.
Push past them and run the direction I heard.
So the door is still locked.
Oh, it's locked. Oh, I thought they just left.
No.
Oh, in that case, I just attack them.
Okay, sounds good.
I'd attack one of them with Sacred Flame.
Okay, yeah, do it.
Oh, that's expanded out.
They have to roll a dex check, right?
DC 10 dex save.
Okay.
Okay, so nothing happens.
Yep. So that one succeeds. So like they dodge out of the way just barely, right? And then they stare at you, and then just like shaking their heads, like with their crosses like put out in front of them.
Oh wait! I did not realize this could happen. Okay, whatever. I can unlock the door later. I have to take care of them first. Thaumaturgy can apparently open doors.
Can open locked doors?
It can't open.
It can't open locked doors.
It can't open a lock. It can just make doors slam open and like windows slam open.
Oh, it does say unlocked. Sorry,
Yeah.
So So Yi, you run down the stairs after this guy, right?
Yeah.
So he notices you and he starts running with his like chest in his hand. He's running, and so
I can go 90 feet each round.
Nice.
Because I can run my movement, dash, and use a bonus to dash, so
Right.
I can catch up.
So the thing, so he goes down the stairs, like he was already down the stairs when you went in, and like it's only a couple like squares down the stairs, and then you see it's like an open environment, like it's down in, it's not into like a cave or whatever, it's like out into the world again, and you see this like snowy clearing with trees and things, right? And in the middle of this snowy clearing is a big old like stone thing of some kind. It's kind of hard to tell what it looks like, honestly. It's like a big altar or something, except like there's this empty space right in like the center of it. Like there's like altar bits on either side, right? And then it's leading up to the center, like kind of like circular piece in the middle. Just kind of sitting there in this empty clearing, right up against like a stone wall of a cliff. And Clement like runs over to it. Let's make dex checks here.
Would she just keep hers? Ooh.
So get a 21.
Dex check.
Yep.
22.
Nice.
Dang.
So you catch him right before, so he starts like walking up the like stairs of this altar thing, and you catch him. What do you do?
I want to like have a dagger out from my bag, and I just want to say, "Give me the chest."
Sure. So he's so do you like grab him, or you just catch up to him and like point a dagger at him, or what?
I'd probably like, how tall is he?
Considerably tall.
Yeah, I'd probably like grab his arm and like have it like at his chest and be like, drop the chest.
Sure, yeah. I think he like slowly shakes his head and he like clutches it and he says, "This is too important. I've had visions, Fairy. I've had visions, and I know that what I'm supposed to do with this is important. You coming here was an omen. It was an omen. I should have seen it sooner. You can kill me if you wish."
Uh-oh.
I think you miss. Yeah, he has more armor class than that.
Did I roll intimidation? What?
You did,
I didn't even mean to. I don't know how that happened.
So you miss, and so he like dodges out of the way, and I think like kind of like drops the chest, and it kind of slams open. It's unlocked, like it wasn't locked. It slams open. The cloth like spills out, and then the altar thing starts to like crackle with electricity.
What?
Don't leave me here.
And the cloth starts to just like get sucked into, and you
Oh my
realize
gosh, I try
now.
and grab it.
Okay, you want to try to grab it?
Yeah. What do I do? How do I?
Go ahead and make a dex save.
22.
All right, cool. You get sucked into the portal. So let me kind of.
I didn't even mean for that to happen.
Uh-huh.
I'm sorry, that was not on purpose.
So
I
what we
just
see
wanted my
is we see
portal
this
back.
we see the black cloth like flow into this, and we I think we realize now as an audience what this is. Like, so think Dark Portal, like Warcraft, that sort of thing, right? It's this giant stone altar with a giant circular like portal at its like in its center, and when the cloth goes in, it kind of like wraps itself around like the circular piece that is the portal, and then like comes alive with like electricity and stuff as and then you just like get like, because you go with it, right? You're grabbing on it and you just go into the portal. And on that note, let's take one more quick break.
No, I'm all alone.
And come back and figure out what's gonna
We're
happen
all
next.
alone, each of us now.
No.
And I don't have
sorry,
any
Grett, I left you
equipment.
with nothing.
We'll be back right after this. Stick around.